King of the Table 10 marked the arrival of a new arm wrestling superstar. Auden Larratt defeated Etienne Waite aka the Arm Wrestling Whisperer with a dominant 6-0 score to establish his first victory in a professional super match. Hello arm wrestling fans, this video will be divided in 5 parts around this Auden vs Whisperer super match. Number 1. How the match went. Then Auden vs Devon's post-match analysis and their comments about this match. What was right about this super match and what was wrong about this super match, and finally what's next for Auden Larratt. So let's start. So number 1, most of us by now know that Auden Larratt dominated the Arm Wrestling Whisperer with a score of 6-0 and no round at any point except for one 6th round was close, because in that 6th round Auden tried to flop press off the go just like Devon Larratt tried against Dave CHAFFEE, and just like that match, it didn't work out well for Auden. But then fortunately for him, there was a restart, and after that pure domination once again. There was basically no competition at all. If you want to know the detailed results, I've already uploaded that video, so please check that out. So what did Auden and Devon say after this super match? First of all, Auden: "Thank you for being my first king of the table opponent." So straight away, lot of confidence. He knows that he's going to be getting more and more of these opportunities. It is an unexplainable feeling to arm wrestle someone you have looked up to for years. You are a gift to arm wrestling, and everything you have done and continue to do helps grow the sport to higher and higher levels. You are an incredibly strong arm wrestler and someone who I hope to see much more of in the future. I have nothing but respect and admiration for you. So clearly some great positive comments from a young arm wrestling superstar for an arm wrestling internet sensation. What did Devon say about this match? "You won this match long before they said go. Congratulations on your dedication, Auden Larratt." Devon believes that he trains harder than 99% arm wrestlers out there, and Auden trains twice as hard as Devon Larratt. That's what is helping Auden in getting so strong, so early, so fast. We wanted the match to be closer. The problem is, when we set the match, Auden was about high 170s, 180. He's been on a total rampage of just eating and training. So yes, we fans are not the only ones who wanted to see a close match and who thinks that this match could have been a little bit more closer if the weight gap wasn't that much. So now, what went right about this super match? Number 1, the popularity. The amount of views that this match is getting is insane. The result videos of King of the Table matches, if I combine all of the other matches, then they would make up as much views as this Auden vs Whisperer match. So truly, if you ask me, did they deserve to compete here? If we just look at the views alone and the discussion around this super match, yes, they 100% for sure, without a doubt, deserve to be at King of the Table. So people are saying that he's just trying to mimic his dad. That's wrong. Well, I think that's a very bad take. The world tries to mimic and copy Devon. If his own son doesn't try to do that, then that would be pretty stupid in my opinion. But let's talk about the trash talks. I think Devon didn't start these trash talks until he was in his mid-30s maybe, or early 30s. And at that time, he had that killer intensive look in his eyes, as if he's about to get in a physical fight, in a fist fight with someone during the match. That's a killer look that Auden doesn't have right now. He's kind of a funny, good looking dude. So that trash talk may not suit that much on his face. But Devon also developed it later on, so maybe Auden is also going to do that. But as of now, it looks kind of weird on him. And maybe that's why the fans didn't enjoy the trash talk and the mid-match trash talk as much as they would have if Devon was doing that. And then if we talk about the level of arm wrestling, yes, both ET and Auden are not currently at the level which we are used to of seeing at King of the Table. But Auden is going to get there for sure. Maybe the Arm Wrestling Whisperer is never going to be the top elite guy in his weight class, but there is a good chance that Auden may be the force to be reckoned with in the 105 kg, or maybe even in the 115 kg division in about 4-5 years from now. So what went wrong with this super match? I'll first read out a couple of popular posts on Reddit community which I saw about this match, which I may not agree with completely or even partially. Having Lahlan and Coach Ray before Auden is blasphemy. LOL, WTF are they doing? And the other post was pretty disrespectful. It's fine that Auden and Whisperer get a match, but having veterans and world elite pullers go before them is just plain disrespectful, and you would never see pros as the undercard to an amateur match. I somewhat disagree with these points. Why? The same point that I talked about, the views and the attention around this super match. So it's a super match world. Everyone has to sell pay-per-views. Even someone as good as the GOAT himself, John Brizing, he also has to make some effort to sell the pay-per-views.
Lahlan, stay home or crush your training partner. Stay home, crush your training partner. I think I choose crush your training partner.
And I think it should be an eye-opening thing, a learning experience for some of the other arm wrestlers, or maybe all of them who were on this card and they are not getting maybe 1/5 the amount of attention that this match is getting. Maybe they need to do something different, or maybe they need to do more of what they are already doing right now. So personally speaking, just looking at the hype around this match, I wouldn't mind if this was the penultimate match or even the main event of this evening. So what, in my opinion, was really wrong about this super match? Number one, the biggest thing is the weight difference. It's totally okay to me when you get a big super match on a big stage because of the popularity of your family. But it's a completely different thing when you get an almost guaranteed outcome in that super match. And let's be honest, Auden basically got a guaranteed outcome in this match. His father knew that this is a mismatch. He himself knew that this is a mismatch. They were saying it well in advance. There was a huge weight difference. Yes, Auden has said that he wants to get as big as he can. Then maybe he should also think about getting matches that are at similar weight. If Rino, Masic and Bacho Saginashvili can agree to a weird 112 kg weight cap, then there could have been a 200 pound weight cap or a 190 pound weight cap on this match as well. Or maybe Whisperer didn't care enough. He should have asked it to the promoters and maybe Auden would have agreed. Number 2, the second thing that was wrong about this super match was the trash talk, and these are my personal opinions, so if you have different opinions then maybe don't take them so seriously. When you know it is a mismatch and it was always a mismatch, and then you start trash talking and bullying your opponent, and that too in the 5th round of a super match when it is already over, it was kind of difficult to watch in my opinion. It's like a high school kid bullying a 6th grade student, and in the match he's letting him get up just to show us that he can knock him down once again. Well, we all know that. Everybody knows that. That's why it wasn't so exciting to watch. And one small thing, Auden Larratt watching the match on a Zoom call on a laptop which was sitting on a chair was definitely a little bit cringy. Obviously, Auden also knew that it is going to be a little bit cringy. That's why he was saying to end that call right then and there before the match started. But Jody insisted on Auden staying on that call, and that's how it came about.
You stay. No, you have to stay. No. No, we can't end this. Just stay.
So let's discuss what's next for Auden Larratt. First of all, he has said that he wants to get as big as he can, and he has every right to decide that. And even in the previous points where he was bullying, it was his match. He gets to decide how much he wants to torture his opponents before the match is over. It was overall a cool experience in my opinion. So I would want to see a super match between the 16-year-old Indian kid Abbas Rana, who weighs maybe slightly less than Auden Larratt, and he's been arm wrestling for a couple of years. I think it's an absolute war. If there is a weight cap around 200-210 pounds on this match, that would be amazing. But by the time the match is set, Auden may be too big, and I don't think they are too interested in this match. Ryan Bowen also created a post, and I also created a post about this match. About 60% people believe that Auden is going to defeat Abbas. I beg to differ. I think it's a great match, and Abbas may be a slight favorite as of now. Number 2 is WAF. I don't see Auden competing at WAF, but by the way, Auden was talking about competition in the beginning. He may be interested in asking him to do that, but I don't think right now he's ready for that level yet. But maybe in a couple of years, when he's about 21-22, he can compete in the under 23 category when he's over 105 kilos, 110 kilos. Then he can be a force to deal with. And finally, despite all of these criticisms, I would still advise Auden to take easy matches, but not as easy where his opponent practically has no chances of winning. Easy, I mean that where he's the 80% favorite to win, because it's a very thin line. You don't want a match to be one-sided, and you don't want to be a new up and coming arm wrestler to lose as well. That breaks the momentum. That's what we see with many arm wrestlers who are trying to make a comeback. They take difficult matches, they lose, the hype dies. That shouldn't happen with Auden Larratt. So these were my points about this super match. Please mention yours in the comments. Thanks for watching, like the video and subscribe.